Hey everybody, it's Kyle Jets with the Driven Autism Dad. I have Tory with me again, my good buddy Tory Hebden. Tory's the one that introduced me to the supplement that has helped my son uh, lower his aggression and better manage kind of some of his outbursts and kind of regulate himself. I think it's helped him in those areas. But I have some parents who have asked me. They said, "Hey, my kid's not aggressive. Will it help him in other ways?" So I wanted to bring on Tory because Tory's the one that introduced me to the supplement. And Tory, welcome. Thanks for being here with me.
Thank
And
you.
I want Tory, just share your story of kind of, where you started and where you've got with your success with the same supplement you shared with me.
Hey, yeah, I love to be able to do that. And I love being able to have the opportunity to share our story because it really is a powerful story. And really, in some ways, he's almost our son that's on the spectrum could be a poster child for this supplement because he's over the last 3 years, and I'll share a little bit more here in a minute of just what a transformation it has been for him, and thereby it's been for us as a family. And so I have 4 kids. My second son, he was diagnosed as a toddler as being on the spectrum there, and we were wanting him to succeed as best as he could, and we didn't know what that was going to be like early on because he was pretty significantly verbally delayed and yeah, just dealing with anxieties, dealing with textures and all kinds of um, physical challenges from that standpoint early on. And so we put him in physical therapy, sensory therapy, occupational therapy. I mean, you name it, we did it.
Right.
We took him to chiropractors, and he suggested heavy metal detox. Um, just so many chiropractic, mind mapping, brain balance. We did it all, and we were wanting him to succeed. We just wanted him to succeed. And at some point in time, we're just, is this all it's ever going to be? But we were driven to be able to, we knew that he had greater potential inside of him. We just didn't know how to bring that out. We really didn't. And so,
It sounds
um,
like you're a leave no stone unturned type of family too, is what it sounds like to
you're
me.
darn right. And there,
I
there
love
was
that.
that, there was that alternative of going to the prescription, but that and it's not that we were against that, it's that we wanted that to be our last, well, a very, very last resort. But
Sure.
in seventh grade, he was on an IEP. He spent most of his time in the extended resource room or special ed room, however you want to call it there. And so in seventh grade, he went through a full evaluation to prepare him throughout his eighth grade year for high school. And so we had the school principal there, his school counselor there, all of his teachers. We had a dozen people in this room and went through, he did a whole gamut of probably a month and a half testing of all of his different academics, benchmarking to understand where he was at.
Right.
So as a seventh grader, he was testing at a fourth grade math level. In
Mm.
English, he had tested at like barely a fifth grade math level. So he was pretty delayed compared to his peers.
Was
And
it
what
focused and was it his ability to focus or was it just, what do you think it was in that at that time?
there's a number of things there. His ability to just sit. I mean, he was just a very, very busy kid.
Sure.
We would try to sit and watch a movie as a family, and he could not sit. He would stand, we would want him to be family movie night, so he would be in the room, but he would back behind the couch, pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He couldn't
Right.
sit. So his physical ability to just be able to just contain himself was very, very difficult. He
Right.
was smart, right? He just couldn't be able to. Um, you're welcome to just come on in.
I see somebody crawling in the back way
He's
there.
crawling around. That's
Hi.
she's trying to be
Trying to
sneaky
hide.
there.
The trying to hide is worse than not trying to hide, isn't
I
it?
know, I know. Right in the middle of the good conversation we had. Now
Yeah.
I'm completely distracted, but anyway, he could sit still.
Yeah.
And another thing was is he had a lot of I don't know what you'd call it, verbal tics or those kinds of things that was distracting to him, but also his peers. And so for him to sit in the classroom, as much as we wanted to mainstream him, have him be part of the classroom, he was a distraction to other kids. And so as much as we wanted that, that just didn't seem like a reality.
Right.
And so what came of that meeting, I mean, this was kind of the precipice of like, is he ever going to be successful, period, in life? And we came away from that meeting pretty upset because we just realized that he's just never going to, we're fearful of his future. Are we going
Right.
to be adult caretakers? Are we going to be able, is he going to be able to be successful in life? Whatever that may be. And we were totally okay with that. But it was again that fear of the future
Right.
that's going to hold. And it wasn't but about 6 months later, a friend of mine comes, he says, "Hey, Tory, I know you have a son on the spectrum. There's this supplement. My daughters are really struggling with some of their own, his teenage daughters, anxiety, a little bit of depression. You should try this supplement. It could help your son."
Yeah. Another supplement, right? Sure.
And I'm like, dude, my kid has autism. There's
Yeah.
no, there a supplement is not going to do anything for him.
Right.
But we're a leave no stone unturned.
Right.
And so we had met with this pediatrician. He's underweight. He's very limited in what he wants to eat. So hey, nutrition. If anything, we can get some nutrition in him. And so
Right.
we started trying to get it in him, and it was difficult because he couldn't swallow pills, or at least he couldn't mentally swallow pills. He could chomp three pieces of, or a piece of pizza in 3 bites,
Yeah. Yeah.
but he couldn't swallow you know. Anyway, so it was a mental barrier for him, and so we had to pull the capsule apart. We would mix it in a milkshake, into a yogurt or a smoothie or whatever it is to try to get that into him. But we had to get creative, and talking with other parents, they've had to be pretty creative too. But that
Yep.
persistence is key. Yeah, you
Yeah.
had to be. You're the
I
only
have
one I
to
know of. Eggs, that's a pretty unique.
mix it in with scrambled eggs. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I've heard peanut
Uh,
butter. I've heard all kinds of stuff now. Chocolate. I've heard protein shakes, chocolate protein shakes. Yeah. And
yeah.
you've actually gotten your child to swallow that now though.
Yes, we figured out the right incentive. He wanted a Nintendo Switch, and I knew it wasn't a physical limitation. And I knew what he wanted more than anything in the world was a Switch. And I said, "Okay, Tyler, the day that you can swallow these pills is the day that you can have your Switch." Well, that was on a
That's awesome.
Monday. We watched a little YouTube video on kids swallowing pills, and you start out with a little Tic Tac, and then work up to, or a nerd, and then a Tic Tac, and then, a Smartie, whatever. Something that's pretty behind that you can,
Sure.
don't go to waste, right? And so
Right.
then by Friday of that week, he had his Switch, and now he can pop down four all at the same time and not even use water. I
Wow.
can't even do that.
Right. Right.
So, but it was a journey. That was a year and a half of trying to work with him before he could actually swallow those pills on his
Now
own.
tell me now, he's now, you mentioned to me he's doing pretty good. And I just want to hear your words on kind of, he went from
Not, not,
a couple of years behind in math and English and not being able to sit still in class to tell me where he's at now.
yeah, yeah. So it wasn't an overnight thing, but although it was within days that we started to see some of that pacing behavior, some of his ticks or, kind of noises that he made, those things started to slowly and gradually begin to melt away.
Right.
And then this one, so he's been taking the brain sense for uh, about 3.5 years now. So now
Mhm.
he's going into his senior year as at Centennial High School. He completed his junior year taking all college equivalent courses and got A's and B's in all of his classes. He took a Boise State computer science class this summer. It's an 8-week course. In 5 weeks, he completed it with a 94%. On all of his classes, this going into his senior year, are college equivalent classes. And so when he graduates from high school, this next spring, he'll be something like 12 credits shy of graduating with an associate degree in computer science.
Wow. And so, and this is just with the supplement. This is, and he's achieving his full potential. It's probably beyond what you even at one point might have imagined.
Well, and I took him to school one day, and it was towards the end of the school year last year, driving him to school, and he goes, Dad, you know what? I said, what's that, son? He goes, I want to go to college.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to get emotional, aren't you? I got some tissue here, but I don't think I can get it through the system.
That's not going to work. And it was in that moment that we're like, that fear, Kyle, that we had was gone. That has he got autism? Yes. Will he always have autism? To some degree, right?
Right.
Um, but we realized, because this is the only thing that we did differently, Kyle, over the last 3 years. We've
Yeah.
tried so many other things, but this is the one true thing that's made the difference in helping him to be able to truly be able to go from, is he going to be able to be successful in his life? And again, it's in my terms, not his
Right. Right.
terms,
Right.
right?
Right.
And in his terms, whatever that may be.
Whatever that may
Um,
be.
but for us, it was he's going to be able to realize his full potential of whatever
Yeah.
that may be. But at this point in time, going back to that seventh grade evaluation to where he is now, it's exponentially, it's infinitely better than what we ever could have imagined. But it is truly because of this supplement that's changed his future.
I want to end with, there was one thing you said that triggered me to even trying it, right? Because you had told me about your 3 year or 2 year experiment and all the success, right? And I thought, in my mind, I thought I'm not doing another 2 year experiment because I've done plenty of those, right? But you told me that apparently one day, I guess you guys were going somewhere and he made you turn around and go back to get the supplement because he can tell a difference. He personally,
Oh
and
yeah,
obviously you. So tell me that, and let's. I want to end on that because that was what got me right. Is I thought one day if I can try it one day and see a difference, then you got me hooked, right? So tell me your personal experience on that.
yeah. So this brain sense supplement, it's nutrition. That's what it is. There's no specific chemicals in there. It's nutrition, and our bodies naturally crave nutrition. And when our body gets that nutrition and the things that it needs, it continues to desire it and want it. And so that happens on really more of a subconscious level than it does, a conscious level.
Right.
And so our kids, he'll actually start to crave it over time, but he truly notices a difference when he takes it and when he doesn't take it. And we were on our way to school, we're about halfway to school, and he says, Dad, I forgot to take my brain sense. We need to turn around. I said, no, I think you'll be okay. He goes, no, Dad, turn around. It's like, no, we're almost to school here. You're going to be late. And he does not like being late for school.
Right. Right. I know how that
He
is.
does
Yeah.
not want to be late for
Yeah.
school, right? It's about routine. It's
Right.
about on time, right? We got to leave the house at a certain time, so we get there at a certain time so we can get to Scott, right? It didn't matter. We had to go home and get it
Yeah.
so that he could be successful in his day.
That's fantastic, Tory. I appreciate you sharing your story with me, and I know that if you are interested, I'm going to put a link in with this video. Click on the link, go check it out. You'll hear my personal testimonial. I'm probably going to drop this on there, you too, Tory, inside, so that people can see that there too in the future. But I appreciate your time, Tory. It's
Yeah,
I think your goal is the same as mine, right? Which is, first of all, I want parents to feel good about being parents of kids on the spectrum. And my number one goal has always been, how can I help parents? How can I arm them with tools, right? So they can feel like the greatest parent in the world for their kids and give their kids the very best chance to achieve their full potential, no matter what that is, right?
yeah,
With your son, college, right? Or whatever. With my sons, maybe not the same thing, but certainly whatever it is that is his full potential, I want him to achieve it, right? My
yeah,
son, Eric. So that's, and part of that is being armed as a parent, creating a world where your kids can thrive, right? Instead of chaos and turmoil, right? Becoming the parent that learns to not join in the storm, but calm the storm, right? And that's a big part of what
Yep.
I do. But finding this supplement and being able to give it to my son and get a little help. Oh man, I got a cat running across my back porch. Sorry, I had to get rid of him. Had to throw my tissue. Now if I tear up, I don't have my tissue to wipe my eyes with. Had to throw my tissue at my back door. But I appreciate your time, Tory. Thank you so much for doing this for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you have any questions for myself or maybe even Tory about it, click on the link below, get involved with this, check it out for yourself. And if you are like Tory and I, if you are a leave a no stone unturned parent of a child on the spectrum, this is one of those stones you're going to want to turn over. And we can't make any promises. Every child is unique. Every child is different. But if you can see a change quickly, right? Just try it once and see a change quickly. We recommend doing that, right? And you never know, right? It's worth it just to try. So thanks,
Yep.
Tory. Appreciate your time.
Yep.
And I'll catch you next time, Tory.
All right. Well, maybe
Thanks
one
so much.
last thing is
Okay.
it can't hurt. It's
Yeah.
nutrition. It's a stuff. It can't hurt, right?
Right. No side effects.
No side effects. There's no side effects at all.
Other than trying to get your kid to take it. There might be a little bit of work there, right?
There might be a little bit of work. We've gone through that, but
Okay.
it's worth
Thanks,
it.
Tory. Hey, don't leave me
Yep.
yet. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more. I'm just going to stop the video. Thanks, everybody, and click on the link and check it out.
Yep.